afternoon, everybody. My name's Jo Robertson. I'm Global Head of Education for GHD. I'm based in London, and we are so excited to be here with you today. I also have my colleagues from our global team.
Hi everybody, good afternoon. My name is David Thomas. I'm Global Education Manager for GHD. So today, I'm super excited to be here with my fellow team to present some exciting looks to you. And over from the other side of the world from us.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I'm Robert Risnick for GHD for Asia. I live in Hong Kong and look after the business and distribution there. Welcome. Good to see you all.
Okay, so we are here today to showcase some new looks for you. GHD is all about revealing trends, but it's also about respecting your hair's health. So we know as a woman, you want to be able to change your look. You want to be able to express yourself with your hair. But one of the things that women worry about is the damage that's caused into our hair. So lots of women have very long hair and we're really precious and we don't want to ruin our hair. GHD respects the hair's health by having an optimum temperature of 185 degrees. You don't need to go hotter, you don't need to go cooler. If you go hotter, you're going to damage the hair. So what we're going to do today is create 6 looks on stage for you, all using our GHD tools, from our stylers to our wands and our tongs. I'm going to be sharing with you the trends, the technology, and the finished looks. So David, do you want to take us through your look?
Yeah, so like Jo said, today's all about sharing with you. So please stick around with us for the next hour. We've got a lot of techniques and a lot of tips and tricks for you. So as a brand, GHD is synonymous backstage globally with all of the leading session stylists, both in London, New York, and Milan Fashion Weeks. So my look today is very much working and combining 2 different trends. So looking primarily at fashion trends, yes, we've seen a lot of braiding happening on the catwalks, but also looking at festival trends as well. Most recently, GHD was at Coachella, and we had a great time over there in LA at Coachella with all the bloggers and the celebrities out there. And what we were finding is that braiding has made its way from the catwalks and onto consumer trends as well. So I'm working here with a very simple knotting braid, working down the side of the head here. So I'm going to carry on doing this, and on my next chat to you, I'll take you through the technique exactly. But in the meantime, I'll pass you on to Robert Risnick to let you know what he's doing.
Okay, so good morning. So I'm using our new GHD Gold, which we've just recently launched and is now available here. And I'm using our limited edition GHD Gold Saharan Gold from our collection. This is an updated styler. We've upgraded our original classic styler that we started with nearly 18 years ago. And we've now got updated technology with dual zone technology, which means it has a sensor on each side of the plates, so that as I work through, each plate will work independently. And as Jo said earlier, it's all about the health of the hair, working through so you don't need to have too much heat. Working through, I'm doing what we call a sculpted wave. So I'm actually shaping the hair coming through and then out, and I'm pushing it forward and then coming back and forward each direction. So what it's actually going to do is just create a bend and a slight movement through to the hair. This is allowing me to work very, very quickly and also create something very soft and very beautiful that's, one, very easy for us in the salons to create, but also for the customers to be able to do themselves at home. I shall now pass you back to Jo.
Okay, so I'm doing a technique called a ripple curl. So I'm using the mini styler, which you probably wouldn't think traditionally you would use with such longer hair. But I wanted to create a really boho texture with this. So I'm going to demonstrate this for you now. So what you do when you use a GHD styler is you don't have to clamp on too hard. The plates are floating and we've got the best technology, so you need to let the heat do the work for you. So thumb on the top, popping the styler in. I'm rotating 360 degrees all the way around. I'm pushing down, and then I'm taking the styler out. Now, if you can see, I'm making a little twist there. Then I'm going to go back underneath that twist and rotate again. And then you repeat this all the way down. So you can see I'm getting a really beautiful coiled section. So this is great for people with long hair that sometimes you feel that with the weight of the length of the hair that it can drop. So this is a really good technique to do. There's a few things when you're using a styler. If you understand the simple techniques, you're able to create any look. So if you elevate and roll up, that's going to give you the maximum amount of volume. If you push down, that's going to keep the length. So if it's on my type of hair where I've got a bob and if I curled it, it would just disappear. What I do is I come over the top of my hair, I roll, and then I push down. And that will allow me to keep the length. And you get that really nice straight end on it, which is something that was very much seen on Instagram at the moment. So David, you're sort of finishing off there now.
Yeah, so I'm just finishing off the braid. I will be putting some shape through the styler, but the braid is almost coming to an end here. So, like I said to you earlier, I'm working with an intricate braiding technique. Now, braids are something that our clients absolutely adore, but sometimes hairstylists and clients struggle to get a beautifully clean braid and always want something a little bit different. So everybody knows how to do a simple knot, yeah? Agreed? Everybody knows how to do a simple knot. So the way that I start this, if we can get a close-up on the screen, is that we have a large section in the front that is separated into two, knotted, and then your next layer is taken further down. Then we join that next layer and create another knot. And what that creates then is this banding coming down, and it's beautiful on blondes and again on balayage hair where you've got multi-tones going through it. And then what I'm doing then is to celebrate the launch of a brand new innovation, our GHD Gold styler. I'm embellishing my braid then with these simple ringed clips, okay? So these are available on Alibaba, on Amazon and all sorts. And all you need to do is open them up and then placing them down through the braid like so. And that just gives it that little bit of a pop and a bit of an accessory going through there as well. So I'll carry on embellishing my braid, and then on my next time talking to you, I'll talk you through the technique with a styler. Robert, how are you getting on there?
So, just working through with the styler. So again, I can use sort of two hands and rotating through so I can work it. What I'm actually doing, I'm starting at the top, and here I am beginning the section now. So I'm beginning from the top area, taking both of the plates and holding very gently. With our stylers, you don't need to hold too tight and pull. The technology will do the work, so it will allow you to glide through the hair without pulling and without snagging. Because the makeup looks so beautiful and the eyes are so effective, what I want to do is to keep the fashion and the trends working through and have a balance coming in. So as I place the styler at the top, very, very gently, I come down to where the arch of the eyebrow is, and that's where I will do my first bend through to the hair. Then I will rotate and come the opposite direction, pulling out, and then I will just keep coming down and then back out all the way through. And what this will give me is a beautiful bend around the front of the eye, and you will just see a lovely, lovely contour coming all the way through, so that as I begin to dress it out, you just get that lovely, lovely softness sweeping through without having to work too hard at trying to pull and decide which direction you want to go to. And with our stylers, you can work with them in many, many fundamental ways, working with horizontal, vertical, diagonal, to create lots of different movements and textures. Everything here that I'm sort of doing this morning is all about softness, and it's just to create a bend into the hair. So I will finish off my last couple of sections, then dress it out. Jo, how are we doing with the ripple curl?
Ripple curl's going well. So I want to just show you what else I'm going to be doing on this look. So in the essence of time, I created this beautiful braid in the hair, which I'm going to place around. So I've done two of those, and they are both on this side. So I've been very inspired by the Met Ball that happened just the other day. And just as it so happens, I managed to pack a crown with me. So then I'm going to embellish this with this beautiful crown over the top of it. So I'm just going to quickly tell you how I made this. So I've taken two sections around the back of the hair. So it started with these two sections at the back. And then what I've done is we've banded these two initial, and then I've done a looping braid going through it. So the looping braid is where you split the hair and then band it, and you continue all the way down the hair. And then what I've done is I've just fanned this out, so you create this beautiful, almost like butterfly braid that will sort of really expand through the hair. So I'm going to carry on curling, and then we can come back to it when I'm going to start pinning him.
Great. So what I'm doing here at the back of my model is creating a flat wave, okay? So what you'll see on stage is we are using our brand new innovation, the GHD Gold Styler. And what's fantastic about this styler is that you can create a smooth, glass-like finish on straight hair. You can create traditional curls for your brides. You can create modern waves for your beach girls as well. But also you can create flat waves for a leaner silhouette. Now what's fantastic about this, it's got two sensors in it, which again regulate the heat. It's called dual zone technology. And with the launch of GHD Gold, what we did, we created, as GHD, the world's most expensive styler. Okay, it's worth over 5,000 dirhams, and it's actually on display here at Beauty World Middle East. So if you go over to the GHD stand after the show, you can see the world's most expensive styler on display over there. It's just outside, or just inside Hall 2, okay? So what we're doing to create this flat wave is I'm placing the hair into the styler flat, okay? And I'm creating that bend through the styler, clapping down nice and gently and molding that shape into it. So always when you're working with a styler, it's not the pressure that you apply with your hands that makes the shape. It's the heat and the technology of GHD that does that for you. So it's very important to lightly tap instead of press too hard. What I'd like to see is lots of pictures being taken as well. We've just launched our latest Instagram page, okay? So it's GHD_middle_east, okay? This
rolls
is
off
your,
the tongue.
Rolls off the tongue. This is your special Instagram page launched especially for Beauty World, okay? So you will have your very own Instagram page here in the Middle East as well.
We'd
Now,
love to
Robert,
see your tags and
I'd
everything.
love
Please
to see your
tag us
tags.
in.
So GHD_middle_east, okay? So Robert, that's looking amazing over there. So tell us what you're doing.
Okay, so now, once all of the movement and the shape has actually come through, all the way in, working forward and down, all the way through, I've actually started coming this way and not with volume this way, because I don't want the head to be too round from the top. I want it to be actually sculpted coming out into this beautiful, beautiful shape. This is part of our latest collection, using the Saharan Gold styler, and you'll come and see us on the stand and we can show you there's lots of movements and shapes, and this is one of them through to here. And again, now dressing it out, whereas you would think you would need to tease and back home and do many, many things, you actually don't need to do too much. It's purely about bringing the hair out, spraying the hairspray into the air, and then literally allowing the hair to just fall and drop into the hairspray. That allows you to keep all of that shape without actually taking out the texture or the movement too quickly. What I like working through with the stylist is you just get so much flexibility, and working with hair, it really just begins to evolve as you start playing with it. And again, working through with us Fashion Week, we've just done all the Fashion Weeks, London, Paris, Milan, with our GHD creative directors all around the world. They see what's coming forward for the future. We work out styles that are going to be very salon friendly, very stylist friendly, that we can actually bring them back to the salon. So if you come to the stand, we can show you a lot more of the movements and techniques following what you're going to see with the 6 models this morning.
Thanks, Robert. So I'm starting to pin in. So I've pulled this braid around and I've slightly started to dress the hair out, and then I'm going to tuck it underneath the hair. So I'm going to turn you around. I'm going to tuck it underneath the hair, and then I can grip it to where my first one actually started. And then I've got a bit of manoeuvring to do around there. Then I can pull my second one over. Around again so people can see. And I can just place that in, so you can see you get that really lovely chunky halo braid effect. And then I'm just going to grip that on the other side. So this is super quick. It is a 2-man job to actually create this braid, I must admit. But it's so easy to do, and it just looks so effective. One more thing about dressing curls out. Quite a lot of people, and especially, we'd like to sort of demonstrate this to you more over at the stand, but you're able to dress the curls. A lot of people are really, really scared of, once you've created these curls, is actually to touch them and dress them out. You can brush them, you can comb them. It will actually go back into shape because we've used the right heat and it allows you to reshape the hair. So I just like this to be a bit more boho, a bit Game of Thrones kind of feel to it. And I'm just gonna slightly tease out the very bottom of the hair, sort of keeping some of the internal structure, but just giving it that kind of beach boho feel. So, Dafydd, you finishing up?
Yeah, so I'm just finishing off here. So what I'm doing is I've created that flat wave going through the hair. But it's important when you create a flat wave that you don't brush it through. So using your fingers and a small hairspray, it's just fanning that out. And it creates the most beautifully flat silhouette, but that detail within there as well. And that's all thanks to the technology of GHD as well. So just to quickly recap on the look. So it's a knotting braid all the way down on both sides. 2 sections, knot, adding to it, 2 sections, knot. Carrying weight all the down to the back of the head. Then accessorizing with gold to celebrate for the launch of our brand new gold innovation. And then into the back, a simple Scandi wave or a flat wave working through there for some additional texture. So she's somebody that will feel quite at home at any festival or any catwalk as well. So Robert, you're just finishing off
So
over there?
I'm finishing off, I am. So I'm finishing off, so I've now just literally personalised at the end. Again, working with trends and looking at collections, you know, accessories are really, really important. You've seen what David's using with his little cuffs going through just to add a dimension and bring out. I've actually been playing around with Monica this morning onto the stand area, and I've got a few accessories that I brought with. I did start to put a few around, and the consensus over here was that I should go with the bling, but actually sort of was collectively deciding between the 2 black, which make Monica look really, really cool and add to the dimension of the hair. But everybody, as I was looking on this side, was like bling, bling, bling. So I've actually exaggerated through and just brought something that will lift out and elements through to the style and the shape. Cool, cool. Okay. Are we done? Beautiful.
Perfect. So make sure you take plenty of pictures. We've got another 3 models coming up for you as well, straight after this catwalk. But don't forget to take lots of pictures and hashtag GHD Gold and tag us in @GHD_middle_east. Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, girls. Thank you very much, girls. Give them a round of applause. So, what we're thinking is it's gone a little bit too easy so far, isn't it? They've done a great job, haven't they, the team? Yeah? Really good. So, it's been a little bit calm on stage. We've planned our looks. We've thought, you know what? We've planned them meticulously. We've prepped back at the stand as well. So, it's time for a little challenge, yeah? Who's up for a challenge? Yeah? Woo! So what we're going to do is prove to you all how quick and easy you can transform your look with the GHD styler. So what I would like is 2 volunteers. Volunteers with hair. We've got one volunteer over here. We've got another one. Where are we? Somebody over here as well. Who do you fancy? Over here. So let's go 1. And who else have we got? 2. Perfect. Lovely. Come on up. Right, give them a round of applause, guys.
Hello. Good morning.
Come up through here.
Wow.
So, what we're going to do, we need to keep the energy up, yeah? Give them some support, how they're going to transform this style, yeah? So we're going to give them loads of screaming, loads of shouting, loads of clapping as well to see how quickly we can transform with GHD, yeah? Ready? Perfect. So, can we get 60 seconds on the clock? Right, in 3, go! I was going to do a countdown,
Oh my God, so much pressure, so much pressure.
So much pressure.
So, what the guys are using here, so Robert is using our curve range. Now, with curve range, you've got 6 sensors, so incredibly quick to transform your hair. Only 5 to 8 seconds is what you need to leave the hair on. So, transforming your looks in the morning is very, very quick and very, very easy. 34 seconds.
Oh my God.
So, Joe over here is using our latest innovation, our GHD Gold Styler. Dual zone technology, patented technology to GHD. She's creating a push-down curl, an amazing technique to quickly transform your hair in the mornings as well. 17, 16 seconds.
No,
so let's give the guys a 10-second countdown. In
too much pressure,
10,
too much pressure.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wait, give them a round of applause, guys. Amazing.
Wow.
Perfect. So, Robert, what have you been working on?
So I just used quickly the Creative Curl Wand. So this is our GHD curve. It's very quickly, works with 6 sensors, tri-zone technology. So it allows you to actually use the whole barrel of the wand instead of actually having to just place it into one area. So I worked it through, just held it there 5 seconds, moved on to the next section, just created a beautiful bend in the front of her hair. So it literally comes forward and away. So again, just takes that straightness, adds a little element coming through.
Perfect. And Joe, what have you been doing?
So this is my go-to wave. In the morning when I have to get up early and I commute into London, this is a super quick one. And what I really love about using the styler is that you're able to personalize it. So you don't have to do it right from the top. You can go in and just curl the bottom, which I think looks really nice. So I've been using the Gold Series styler. This is our brand new styler in pure gold. And I think I've done quite well.
I think you've done very well. I think they've both done exceptionally well. Give them a round of applause, guys. Can we get some music for the girls to do a little walk?
Have a little walk.
Be a model for a day. Take the catwalk.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Very good. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Oh, go down that
Thank
way.
you so much.
Thank
Careful.
you.
Lovely. Well, good to have a bit of excitement on the stage, isn't it?
That was very pressured, but fun.
Enough pressure being on stage, and then David's idea was to do a 60-second challenge, which he didn't do.
Which we did last year. David and I did this last year, and it was actually just as much pressure then. Except David somehow this year seems to have got out of it. I think we
Yeah.
could have had 3 on the stage.
Yeah, don't worry, I'll get him back. Okay, so I'm going to be using a really simple technique. My beautiful model, she's got quite a lot of hair, but it's quite fine, so I want to get as much volume into the hair as possible. So earlier I talked about how to create lots of volume. So what I'm doing, I'm going to use, again, with my, look where my thumb is, so my thumb's on the top, I'm going to rotate so then my thumb is at the bottom. So into the hair, gently close, and then I'm going to then push along. So I'm pushing at a 45-degree angle. And what we get there is a really nice lift in the hair and then this beautiful, soft, bouncy curl. So it's a really simple technique for volume. I'll show you that again. And I'll turn you around a little bit more so the other side can see. So in at the root, rotate 360 degrees, and then I glide out diagonally, all the way to the ends. And then you just do a little bit of a turn. You can see the volume that I'm getting at the root there. What I love about a styler, I mean, GHD was born with a styler. It's about smoothing the hair. So with these products, you are getting sleeker, smoother, and shinier hair. So, Dafydd, what are you using?
So I'm using at the moment our GHD Curve Classic Curl Tong. Now this is a fantastic tool to create quick, easy, but consistent curls. I'm using the LA bends, or A-lister bends, sorry, technique. What I'm doing is wrapping it around the tong 2 times, but then gliding it out, and then undoing, and then retwisting. So as I work my way down, that curl is setting in this twist on the top. And then what that creates is a beautifully consistent curl all the way from the top to the bottom. So when you use tongs traditionally, you get a very volumized, round curl from it, which is fantastic for your bridal hair, red carpet hair. But when your clients want something a bit more casual, something a bit cooler, a bit more on trend, it's about creating that beautiful rippled texture in the hair with that curl, but not creating anything too classic. So that's what this technique is creating for me here. Now, Robert, you've got an interesting kind of array of cards going on in your
I like, as I said before, I love accessories, so I thought I would bring you out my most expensive and my most beautiful accessory, and I have my business card. So if anybody wants my business card afterwards, please come to the stage and collect. They will be available afterwards. So what I'm doing here, I am actually doing what we call this slick back waves. So everything is about texture, softness, and movement this season. So all I'm doing is putting a bend into the hair. Using the GHD Creative Curl Wand, I'm just wrapping it around 1 time and just releasing, just moving very, very slowly, creating a bend in one direction. And then after 5 seconds, I'm actually taking out the wand and then actually rotating it the opposite way. So I actually create 2 different bends and movements within the hair. For those of you that maybe have been here for the first time and don't know who we are, we're GHD, the #1 styling brand from the UK. We're all about styling hair and actually the health benefits of looking after the colour, the condition and the shine. We have a laboratory in the UK in Cambridge where we design and make everything ourselves with all of our own technology that works through, again, to enhance how stylists work in the salon so they work more efficiently and faster, and also for the consumer to be able to purchase and do their hair at home and create good hair days. So this is a very, very simple and very quick technique. Back to Jo.
So Robert's just touched on the heritage of GHD. So I think we're extremely proud of working for GHD. It's a brand that I feel that is like no other because of all the innovation that we do. But starting off with, our brand was just this one styler. And now we have tongs, wands, and hair dryers. But they're all unique to GHD. We all have our own patented innovation, which means that nobody else can copy what we've got. But we're also very passionate about making sure that we're respecting the hair's health. Optimum styling temperature, allowing your clients to be able to transform themselves on a daily basis is key for us. So we've been travelling all over the world, Dafydd and I sort of sharing our love of GHD. But one thing that doesn't change is the trends. So we send out quarterly trend reveals. So each quarter of the year, we will make sure that we're updating that from Fashion Week, from festivals, and we're bringing those to you today. So please make sure that you have a look at our Instagram account, as Dafydd has told you what that is, which is
GHD
underscore
middle underscore east.
Amazing. Simple. Perfect. So yeah, Instagram is such an amazing tool, guys, for you to sort of share your inspirations with us, but also for us to share our latest techniques with you. So make sure that you give us a follow as well. And again, like Jo's already said, make sure you come over to the Nazih family over in Hall 2, where we've got our GHD stand, where you can ask us questions, we can show you a little bit more in depth about how to create the looks.
Also, we have a global Instagram called GHD Hair Pro. So have a look on that one as well if you'd like to look for some worldwide inspiration as well. Robert, how are you getting on?
Yep, nearly finished through to here. So again, you can see very, very quick, soft and subtle movements working through. And again, because of the fact that it's very, very soft, you've got freedom and flexibility to actually start wherever you want. I don't want to create lots of volume and lots of width, so I'm starting lower down. What you will see is that I prepared the hair earlier by slicking back, working through with the products and wet line, and then literally clipping everything into place so it holds the shape. So it's actually a bit more figure hugging around the head area and the crown so it doesn't come out too wide, and then I can then style the hair that's sort of left out. It also allows me to cheat and be quicker to create a trend very easily, because when people are in the salon they need something that's very quick and very instant that isn't going to take them too long, and you can really, really personalize. In a few minutes we'll see what's underneath the cards. I might have a couple of extra little accessories, I'm not sure. We'll have to have a look. But yes, as everybody has said, please come and see us on the stand. We're in Hall 2. You can see all of our collection with our GHD Platinum with Tri-Zone technology that you only need to use once through to the hair. We have the GHD Gold, we have the GHD Curve range, and also we have our GHD Air Hair Dryer. And you'll see all of that with our limited edition Saharan Gold collection.
So I know time is money being in the salon. I've owned my own salon, I've worked in salons for 30 years, and I know how important it is to all of us to make sure that we're getting through as many clients as possible, making some money. So I wanted to demonstrate today how quickly it is to create looks using the GHD Gold Styler. I have done the whole head of curls whilst we've just been chatting really, really quickly. So what I'm going to do now is just going to be raking through the hair with the GHD wide tooth comb. And as I said earlier, don't have to worry about dressing the curls out. They are going to last because we've already sealed the hair with the optimum temperature of heat. It's cooled and you're able to reset the hair. So I'm just going to comb through. This look that I'm going to be doing now is something that I really love. Is a festival ponytail. Ponytails, I think, are just really beautiful now. It's no longer this thing where you can't be bothered to do your hair, so you stick your hair up in a ponytail. There is more of an art to it, which I'm going to share with you. So one of the things you need to do when you're putting your ponytail in is to look at the face shape. Okay, so we're looking at my gorgeous model, and I'm going to take a pintail comb, and I'm going to run the comb towards the back of the head. And where that reaches on the crown, that is the best place to put the ponytail. So that's reaching just here. So I don't know if you've ever done this, when you put a ponytail in your hair and you kind of like, oh, I don't look very good. It's like low down and it's pulling your face down. This method is so easy. Just run the tail comb and it sits here. So that's where I'm going to be placing that ponytail. And what that's going to do, that's going to elevate her jawline. It's going to make her look really, really beautiful. So I'm going to pop that in now, and I'm going to be using a bungee with this. I'm going to slightly put a bit of back combing at the root using the narrow dressing brush, just so I can get that sort of like volume within there and the texture. I'm going to go back to Robert now because you look like you're starting to dress.
So yes, I'm just beginning to dress out the hair now. So again, the movement and the shape, I've got different directions going in different ways, working alternately as I've gone through the hair, picking up pieces and just changing the directions. Dressing out, again, is so important because it's about personalization. It's about how your client walks out of the salon. And again, everything you do has to suit that person, from the makeup to the floor and everything that they wear. Obviously, we've got our beautiful clothes with us today, and all the models will look amazing. But what's really important when you're dressing out here is not to do too much. So all I'm doing is just literally lightly spraying some hairspray through to here, allowing it to cool down into the hair, and then I'm just moving with my fingers and just creating on the crests of the movement where I've got the directions coming one way, then the other way, and just allowing the hair to fall freely, but it's just loosening it up so it gives you that texture and the width and the bend without actually having to start combing and dressing and overplaying with the hair.
Sorry, David, can I just jump in? I need to tell you about our brand new oval dressing brush. I'm a little bit in love with this. That much in love, it has my name on it.
Has my name on it too. If you come to the stand, you can see Robert, Jo and David.
We're a family. So this is a brand new brush. What I love, love, love about this brush is the bristles, the nylon bristles. David and I have been working on this for over a year. This is like, we've like This is our baby.
It's our GHD baby.
We wanted to get a brush that you could dress hair with, that you can get right into the scalp with, that you can dress hair out and get that beautiful texture on there, but also anti-static. So it's really, really important to us. So we've got 2 different lengths of nylon in there and 2 different types of anti-static. We adore this brush. Really adore it. So come and have a look at this later. Sorry, David.
Best thing ever. So what I've started to do now is dress through my A-lister bends, okay? So remembering that we are taking our classic curl tong from the GHD curve range. Now, what is specific about GHD for this technique is the technology that we have within our tool, okay? So we've already heard about the Cambridge lab. So every single tool that GHD has is unique for us. It has groundbreaking, industry-changing technology within it, okay? So we have 6 sensors in our GHD curve. And what that allows me to do is, as I'm working through creating my A-lister bends, I can work much quicker, knowing that the heat is continuously analysed and regulated to make sure that I get the most beautiful curl all the way from the roots, all the way through to the tips. So, placing the tool in, wrapping around twice, gliding it down, unwinding, and then re-wrapping. That creates a twist on the top of the tong, okay, on top of the section. And what that does is it sets it into the most beautiful wave. You can also create this with a soft curl tong also. But dressing it out is using the detangling comb, going through it in one single stroke from root to tip. And then the technique that I'm going to do is using my fingers, spraying a little bit of hairspray onto my fingertips, and then just massaging the crests as I go down. That then accentuates the cheekbones, opens up the eye area, drawing the attention to your beautiful eyes as well, okay? But the result of that is the most beautiful boho texture going through this. So I can imagine her now going to the $1 Billion Club or $1 Billion Mansion for an evening out, or even going to the Armani Hotel with this style as well. It's such a versatile look that makes you look super modern, but still very, very elegant as well. How are you getting on, Robert?
Very good. So I'm just wrapping up now, so you can just begin to see the texture. Just before we stand up, you can just begin to see all of the different textures and the movements coming through. I've still got the slick back movement and shape through to there. I haven't unveiled yet my business cards, but you just can literally see by releasing and just moving when bending through, all the different shape begins to come in, which will actually hold. And because the hair has been confused in different directions, it actually means the hair will last a lot longer through the evening because it has something to support itself with. I will now release my business cards and unveil what is underneath and see what we've got. And if I take away discreetly, hopefully, there you go, Robert Risnick, GHD Asia. Da, 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 da. And we just released. So again, accessories very, very on trend, working with what's in fashion, what's in with the movement. This is called slick back waves. So this is slick back waves. So it gives you that lovely, lovely shape coming away and then opening up into texture and to movement. Cool, cool. Working on this front area through to here, where I'd left the pieces out before, and when we came on stage, they were quite straight and quite smooth. And obviously from the wet line coming in, I just used the Creative Curl wand, and I just literally put a tiny, tiny bend just in front of the arch of the eyebrow again, just in that eye movement shape, and again, it just opens up the face where you need it to. Looking good. Nice ponytail,
Perfect.
Jo.
Thanks.
That's looking nice.
As we were in Dubai, I thought I'd go with a little bow.
Little bling.
Just a little one. So I'm just going to place that at the top of the ponytail. So as you can see, the volume and texture that I've put into the hair is fantastic. I've also been using my hero product, which is the Sebastian Dynamics Adore. It gives you so much texture within the hair, but it's workable. Really, really beautiful product. So I'm just going to slide this through on the clip, and that is nearly me done.
Perfect. So I'll just wrap up very quickly here. So just stand my model up. So what we've done is gone in with the A-lister bends, okay? Creating that beautiful texture going through the hair. Making sure that we wrap it, unwind it, and then re-wrap it again as you're working down. That creates this beautiful texture going through. Dressing out then with my detangling comb. one clean sweep all the way through, and then using some hairspray and finger combination, massaging that root to get this mussed-up texture on the top as well, and get that really boho chic feel. Before I pass you on to Robert, I just want to make sure that we thank the Nazih group for the warm welcome that they've given us here at Beauty World Middle East, and also to Blowout & Go, who's worked on the makeup for us today as well. So thank you very much, guys.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so finishing off now, you can see we've got our beautiful model, the slick back waves, working through when we're actually putting in the texture and the shape to slick it back, and then adding in all the pins and the accessories. What's really important is to actually think about the placement of where you put the grips. As stylists, it's very easy just to put grips in and just think, yes, that'll be fine, I'll put it in wherever I like. But actually, if you look right the way through from the balance of the eyes coming all the way through, there's actually a profile all the way in, so it complements the face, complements the makeup, and then the texture and the bends just comes through, and I think she looks marvelous. Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Well done,
Looking
Robert.
good, thank you.
So finally, this is my gorgeous
Fabulous.
boho, red carpet, kind of inspired. So if you see at the back, I've created those beautiful curls through there, so you get that really glossy, shiny texture. And then I've kind of made that a little bit more modern by adding more texturizer into it. But if you see through this top area, what I've done is pulled all of that out to make sure that we're still seeing those beautiful waves within the hair. And again, that ponytail has been perfectly placed where it suits her jawline. So thank you all very much.
Thank you all very much.
Before I go, make sure that you come over to the GHD stand. We're just kind of over there. We have our 18-karat gold styler, so the world's most expensive styler is on our stand, worth 5,000 dirhams. So please come along and say hi if you've got any questions or you'd like to know about any techniques. The three of us are on the stand to help you. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, ladies.
Break